Hey guys, so I wanted to get on and just show you what I can do with Canva. So that's what I'm up to right now. So this is Canva. I always mispronounce it. It's canva.com. I can show you some of the designs I've done, played with using their pictures. This one I really liked because I was able to just pull pictures that I got from corporate. Right now, I'm in the preview section. So everything that I've done is like, hey, you haven't paid for us. So they put like a watermark on it, but usually there's not a watermark on it. So let me show you, like if you just get the free version, you can do some of the things that I've done. But if you don't pay for it, then sometimes it comes out funky. And they're also trying to guess what I would want to do. So they're like, hey, EnviroCloth, because, this says 5th annual Christmas tree lighting, but they're like, don't you do stuff with EnviroCloth? We've seen you type that on a lot of things. So I kind of like that too. So if you go down, you can see some of these things are not free, but then when you pay for the subscription, they become free. They have a ton of graphics. So if I said wedding cake, because I was doing like a bridal shower, they would give me all of these different templates I can use. And let's say I'm like, you know what, I just don't want to use a template. I want to do my own from scratch. Then I can say wedding cake and go into images. And instead of showing me templates I can use, they'll just show me wedding cake pictures. And I'll pick one I like and say, okay, well, I think this one goes really well with what I want to do. Now, because it has a crown on it, I know it means it's pro. I'll be paying for pro again because I really loved the images they offer in pro. You can move everything around here and then you can add things over it or not. Like I wouldn't choose to add those details on this, so I would delete that. But maybe I want the leaves, right? So I can delete each of the individual items and then come back in and do what I want. So let's say I want to keep this leaf, but I don't want to keep these. And they'll kind of tease it apart and say, oh, maybe you don't like how this is turning out, but you would if it was rotated. So for example, I started with something that had a lot of images on it and I can pare it down to just a few. Like I said, that watermark that says Canva and all the X's on it would be gone. This would be a free image though. So this is something that they give anyone, even if you don't have, and this is another free image. So I really just love this. I feel like it's a good way to come and get some really great images without having to deal with going on Google where, maybe the image is free, maybe it isn't. I have to click on it, I have to find out. Everything on here I know in a minute if it's free or if it's only free if you have Pro, and the images are really great. So I have been using them. Let me go back to my file. Oops. I have been using them to do things like birthday themed parties. I really did find it handy when I was doing my Christmas theme party. I actually took one image and I rotated it about a ton of times, and that was fun. So this is for one of the birthday parties that I'm going to be doing. And obviously I want the watermark off. So I always end up getting drawn to the images that cost a little more. Obviously that's by design on their part. So they do have things to do flyers, things to do posters, things to do logos. I mostly end up just doing online pieces, but you can also use them to like design your Christmas cards. So for example, this is the same image as this, and then I rotated it, and there were some that didn't have this in the corner because I rotated that same image a bunch of times. Just trying to look and see what else I pulled up. I've been playing with the different templates and formats and what I wanted to use. I like that they have things like, here's a good Instagram post, here's a good Facebook post, and they're different sizes and the fonts are different. So they're designed for the format. So like I could take this one and say, New Year, new clean. Are you planning to become a good person this year? Make cleaning without chemicals part of your resolutions. About one of your resolutions. So I just really appreciate that, you know, I can come on here and in a very relatively short amount of time have a very polished image. So obviously it's saying remove watermarks. If I chose not to buy the Pro subscription, they would let me uncover this watermark for $1. And then I would own that picture in my photos. So if you, even if you don't choose to join us and do the subscription, you can still do this. I really like Canva for when I want to work on the computer. I personally have a very small cell phone. This is my cell phone. So like I'll do my thank yous on Photofy, but like making images to post that are like sale related is actually really complicated on such a small format for me. So whenever I've been doing a sale or trying to put out information, I do it on here and they have a million different backgrounds. I hope that gives you a little bit of insight. There's lots of elements to play with too, which I love. So, so for example, Stardust. I type in Stardust, I get all these different variations that work with that. So maybe I don't want Stardust, maybe I just want stars. And then I'll get, yet again, all these different variations that I can play with. I can rotate. So if I'm going to add this, I can add it here, and then I can rotate it. Ooh. So that it's at different angles. I can make it different sizes, and I can end up making this one image look like it's many images by changing the direction, changing the size, maybe kind of edging one of the stars out. And I really like that you can rotate it. You don't have to rotate a full angle. It's like I can rotate partials, and now I've just edged out that star and you can't see it anymore. So a lot of what I like about this is you can also take something that's already pre-made, personalize it, or say, you know, I wonder what this image is. Oops, my battery's running low. But you can rotate the images around if they didn't use a full-size image. So that's it. If you have more questions, or if you want me to, you know, ask me to do something specific, I can do that for you. I really wanted to keep this under 10 minutes, and I'm just sort of rambling. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.